Everybody is freaking out about Pluto going back into Capricorn, but I want to ask you guys why. What is the hysteria? What is it all about? Please explain to me, because for what I've known, Pluto has been with the cardinal signs for a very long time. This is one more area of transition and transformation and closing certain chapters and eliminating some karmic energy that these cardinal signs need to pay attention to. So Pluto is currently retrograde, and yes, it is still in an Aquarius. We have to remember Pluto's a very, very slow moving planet. It doesn't move fast. It moves slow. It likes to move slow. Why? Because when you want to move slower, you gain more knowledge. Also, everything feels just a bit more easier. Okay, when you move at a slower rhythm, it feels a little bit more pleasant, even when there's big change coming. So on September 1st, Pluto will transition back to Capricorn. And it will hang out there for about 40 days. And then Pluto's going to hang out there. It's going to do its thing. It's going to teach the cardinal signs one more lesson, one more big area of movement, one more area of transformation, one more energy of the new blessings that Pluto loves to bring. Then it's going to go back to Aquarius and hang out until 2044. And it literally will not go back to Capricorn until 2254. So we won't see this again. Well, some of you might not. So what should the cardinal signs really expect? Well, first of all, let's look at the number of days that Pluto is going to be in the sign. 40. For those who know, 40 has a lot of energy around spirituality and also lessons. The number 40 not only had a significance in Christianity, but it also had a huge significance in other cultures. 40 is the representation of renewal, growth, and movement of one's individual journey. It goes deep, guys. It goes deep. In Hinduism, 40 is a representation of some spiritual practices, for they will last up to 40 days. Especially spiritual purifications and detoxes. It often symbolizes the energy of life, death, and it has a high significant meaning. Remember when those children were lost in the forest, in the jungle, and they survived off eating search and rescue dogs in Colombia? And they were there for a long period of time, but they were in a plane and it crashed. And there was a lot of people saying that the jungle witch kept them alive, and there was a lot of energy and spirituality based on their survival and also them off surviving the land. Remember, they were lost in the jungle for 40 days. If you don't remember the story, you could check out my podcast on chakras and cuss words. It's called Lost in the Jungle. And the number 40 is also related to areas of leadership. We have to remember that Jesus fasted for 40 days. And now Pluto will be in retrograde in Capricorn for 40 days. Oh, babe, this is a lot deeper than many of you guys think. And of course, the zodiacs that will be affected the most will be the cardinal signs. The area of karma and responsibility all kind of intertwines together. This is really the ending of their karmic cycle that many may have been feeling has been a little bit challenging. The main focus is to release the old and start with the new, and also to work on shadows that can be holding you back. But let's look at where this is affecting the cardinal rising signs. So if you are a cardinal rising sign, you really need to listen up. So if you are a Capricorn, this energy is occurring probably in your first house. I want you to be focused on areas of wealth, career, but also that authentic process. Also the individuality that you really hold. The awareness for the Capricorn during this 40 days needs to be at an awakened experience. It's time to really be self-aware. If you are a Libra, this is probably entering around your 4th house. And while the Libra shows energy of partnerships and contracts and even marriages, I really want you to look at the home life. Maybe somebody's having a new baby. Is it you? But change is coming in areas that is focused on the root and also energy of maturing. Take time to really build that enjoyment where you feel safe and comfortable in your home. In the area of fundamentals, it is important. If you are a Cancer rising sign, this is probably happening in your seventh house, which could be aligned with your energy of partnerships. Also, it could be seen as an energy where some of these partnerships are taking a shift. I want you to also embrace that energy of relationships and if they are or if they are not working for you. We also have to remember that Pluto represents life change. So this might be a time where some of these relationships are growing, manifesting, and getting even bigger and bolder. But for some of the Cancer rising signs, it could also mean that some of these relationships are closing. But remember, as long as you are aware of your authentic process and you have that awareness, this releasing of the old is in the better. If you are Aries rising, I want you to get serious with that energy of who you are in the long run, the energy of career and your overall iconic status. Because let's be honest, you're in an Aries rising, and Aries risings always do it just one little step bigger and bolder. So definitely look at that area of professionalism, your career space, and where you are going in the long run. This is definitely a time to work in your overall appearance, wellness, awareness, and movement of how you can live, not just where you are right now and feel comfortable, but how you can live in a format that feels strong, bold, and successful for the next 20 years. Yes, I said 20, because we have to remember it's not about thinking for the short run. It's about thinking for the long run. Where is your area of survival and instinct? Not only how others see you, but how do you really see yourself in energies of success? So I want to remind the Cardinal Rising Signs and Cardinal Signs to take a big deep breath. Pluto's been there before. This is definitely Pluto's last rodeo that you will see, but this is nothing new. And don't be scared of transformation in areas of personal and power dynamics. It's all about control. And we are in the year of Saturn. So this energy of karmic lessons and karma is speaking volume. Everybody have an amazing Pluto retrograde. Returning back to Capricorn on September 1st.